Hey YouTube, it's DaveMedic1, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Ka-Bar Warthog. First off, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a great day, and that you guys are being safe. So anyway, let's get into this review here. This is the Ka-Bar Warthog. I had purchased this a little while back. I've had this probably for about a month and a half now and haven't really done any field testing on it, so this is pretty much like a first impression type video. We'll go over some specs on this real quick here. Alright, the Ka-Bar Warthog, the total length on this knife is about a foot 12 inches. The cutting surface from cutting surface right there is 6 inches. And to right there, and the handle length is 5.5 inches. The width of this blade right here is 2 3/4 inches, so it's pretty wide in comparison to my hand. Yes, it is pretty wide, and the thickness of this of the blade itself is just under a 1/4 inch or about 5 millimeters. So it's pretty thick. As far as the balance on this, it's balanced dead in the middle. I'd say for sure. I mean, maybe a little bit heavier towards the blade, but to tell you the truth, that's not a bad thing, because I think initially what this knife was designed for is, of course, survival, but so you can also use it as a chopper, so it's an added benefit to have the weight, more of the weight on the blade. That way you can really build up momentum as you go to chop and do outdoor chores and tasks and whatnot. This knife came out the box extremely sharp. It will slice through paper, no problem. I really enjoyed it so far. I can't wait to use it. As far as handle is concerned, it's got this rubberized handle. I don't have the exact specs on the handle whatsoever, but it's pretty round. As far as from my hands are not small, but they're not large. So as far as gripping it, I'd probably would be more comfortable for my hands if it was a little narrower, for sure. That way I can get my finger a little further over and get a good grip on it. But to tell you the truth, it really isn't that bad. My thumb's still overlaps here, and I can get a good lock on it if I had to chop or whatnot. Up here at the top, fits awesome on your thumb. The only downside on that is there's no jimping. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Warthog, the first run of this Warthog, they did a run, and then they kind of discontinued it because I guess they were, I've read this somewhere, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they had, the initial people they had manufacturing this knife, something fell through, and they discontinued this along with the BK 7, 9, whatever. So this was discontinued for a while. Now they're redoing it, or actually making it available again. And this has been a while since they've made this reel. It's nothing new. But the issue now is these knives are no longer manufactured in the U.S. They're actually made in Taiwan. Which some people will be bummed out about, because I know a lot of people are just diehard buy U.S., and I can completely understand that. And, you know, to each his own. I don't, you know, to me that is a factor, but it doesn't weigh in that much as far as my selection on knife choice or what my purchase is going to be. Now, from what I understand too, you've seen a lot of reviews out here on the Warthog, but all the reviews I've seen on this Warthog were of the old model. Now, in the old model, at the head of the blade, they had a, I guess, finger guard type of deal. I apologize for not knowing the terminology on there, but it was right there at the edge of the blade to help keep your hand from sliding up to the blade side. Problem with that is when it was in place, you no longer had accessibility to this to right here to choke up on your blade. So it was there, so this was pretty much pointless after they installed that piece, and that was on the US made model. Now with the Taiwan, this model here, as you can see, it's no longer there. You can choke up on it, and it feels really comfortable. Like I said, my first impressions of this knife, when I pulled it out the box, I was ecstatic. I love this knife. If I've mentioned this before in my videos, I am a sucker for a larger blade. Maybe it's a man thing, testosterone, whatever, you know. But I dig on the bigger blades, and the width of this is so impressive. The overall feel of the knife is really nice overall. Like I said, it could be a little narrower, but you know, I'll take it. The blade, the handle length, it being 5.5 inches. As you can see, I'd say average size hands, and I still have about another inch there. So a big guy can grip this no problem. Lanyard hole at the end. It's just really, it feels nice in the hand. It's a really good looking knife. They kind of got a, not a complete grind, but almost, I would say, a little over half up. So I'd imagine cutting through would be really, it'll cut through some stuff really nice. I will be doing some field testing on this for sure. It comes with this finish on the blade too, to kind of hold off on, or to prevent rust and whatnot. And the thing is, it's textured. So as far as for tactical stuff, you're not going to have a glare on your blade as far as, you know, light shining and whatnot. So that's a pretty cool touch, I believe, there for sure. It does come with a sheath. Now, this is where owning the older one and owning this is one of the bad things about having the new one, or not the bad thing, but the sheath that it comes with is a same material that you get a lot of the other knives, kind of woven. I forget the name of this, and I apologize again. It's not a Kydex sheath. Now, the old one came with a Kydex sheath, and that, like I said, I'm a sucker for that. It fits a knife a lot better, but the sheath is not bad at all. She slides in like that, locks down into place. This snap goes in there, and as far as, and it's got an upper snap here for retention. This knife right here, to tell you the truth, all you really need is this bottom snap in there, and it will retain this knife. I've held it from the bottom, shook it up and down. This knife did not fall out with it being there. So this guy, you don't have to have it snapped. That way, ease of deployment's a lot better. You have 2 snaps, it takes a little bit longer. Not a big deal to me or most people, but if you leave it unsnapped or whatever, you're able to, this can move back and forth as you're trucking through the woods or whatever, and it'll give you a little bit more ease of movement. Of course, this will be tied off to your leg, but it'll move, and it'll make things, like, I believe, a little bit more comfortable. This will indeed keep this knife retained in the sheath, no problem. The overall quality of the sheath is really good. They sewed the crap out of it. You got rivets here, 3 rivets there at the bottom. You got a D-ring here, which is metal, of course, no plastic junk on that. It's got a pretty generous loop here for your belt, which I believe will accommodate any belt that you have there. If you have a belt bigger than that, then I don't know. I've never seen a belt any wider than that, so it should accommodate everything there. So my ideal mounting for this, when I get my pack and everything, will be across the chest, upside down, with a cross draw, would be my deal there. I don't want anything really hanging on my hips. I don't like that. It just, all the extra weight on my hip digs into my side, and I don't like that. So it would probably be a cross draw or on a belt backpack strap hanging upside down, and with this strap by itself, it should do the job nicely, the retention wise and whatnot. So this will be my main cutting knife. Now, I do like it, don't get me wrong, but I am probably wanting to get either, I want to get the BK9, but I think with the BK9 attached to a backpack strap, upside down would be a little bit on the long side, but then again it may not. This is 1 foot. I don't know, the BK9, I believe it's BK9 would be a 9-inch blade, and if it follows the same guidelines or the same as this, then it would be a 9-inch blade plus a 6-inch handle, giving you 15 inches. So it would be 3 inches longer. So maybe that BK9 may not be a bad a bad knife for that carry there. But I got this initially. The price was pretty decent, and I really dig it. But I'll probably end up I'll carry this there initially, as far as my primary cutter, chopper, whatnot, along with, of course, EDC EDC folder. So this would be the secondary, and then definitely another machete type chopper on the back of my backpack, and that would be my ideal 3-blade cutting deal, or what I would carry on a pack. But all in all, my overall impressions, this knife it's really nice. If you're outdoors clearing this and that, you can do tasks as far as making shelter, cutting wood, kindling, whatever. This will do fine. Definitely has the weight to chop through stuff. I think it is a little on the heavy side, but what this knife is intended for, or what I think it was intended for as far as chopping, is you need that extra weight. You go too much lighter, then you would probably need a longer blade, a longer blade, so you can get that real good swing to do what it needs to do. But this being shorter and added the extra weight there, will allow for ease in tasks as far as chopping goes and whatnot. But like I said, it would be my secondary blade on as far as my bag. I'd have my folder. This would be like a secondary chopper doing tasks around campsite. Maybe use it for clearing, but like I said, I would have a machete type chopper on my backpack to do clearing tasks and whatnot. This would be kind of campsite. But like I said, awesome knife. I recommend it for sure. Ideally, if I had the money, I'd probably send this off to Tough Thumbs to have him custom the handle for sure. Some G10 would be nice for this or whatever, and that way I can narrow the handle up a little bit. Then the handle itself is about, the width of the handle probably in the middle is a little over an inch, I'd say. At the widest part, 1.25 inches, the width, and it's about 1.25 inches, 1 3/8 wide at the widest part. So, but it's very comfortable. Reverse is comfortable also. You can add your thumb right there. Cutting stuff this way. It is actually pretty comfortable if you had to cut something back this way. So all in all, I love the knife. It's right. I love choppers. I love larger knives, and this is as far as cool factor, I'd say it was probably about 8 or 9 on the cool factor for sure. As far as how it functions or whatnot, I haven't field tested it yet, but it feels and it looks like it will do the task nicely, for sure. I just can't wait to get out there and to start using it. So, but I'm in the process of getting all my I'm gonna get a 3-day pack, hydration pack, get it loaded up with first aid and all that good stuff. Find a way to molly this up on there and get that going, and do some hiking around my area, and I'll keep you guys definitely posted on what I come across. I'm probably going to do some stuff here at home as far as for future videos on making temporary shelters and whatnot using the knives I have and the stuff around in my surroundings. I kind of live in a somewhat wooded area, so it pretty much it's pretty close to it will simulate pretty close to what I'll find on a trail or whatnot. So I'm going to start to do some videos as far as coming up with shelters on what you have on your pack. It'll be a learning process for me also, trying to figure out what I should have in my pack, stuff that's not stuff that's not really too available on a trail or something. If you did have to make an emergency shelter, to find out what those items are and to make sure those get in my pack. That way, God forbid anything happens while I'm on a hiking trail, I get lost, injured, or something, I have everything I need in that pack, and then kind of bring you guys along in future videos to so you can pretty much see what I've come up with, and that way you guys have can add your input on what I need to carry. I can sit there and search YouTube all day. There's everybody's, opinions are like buttholes. Everybody's got one, so I can't search all of YouTube to find out this stuff. So the guys subscribe to my channel or come across this on any of my videos, please, your 2 cents is appreciated. Please comment. Let me know how I can make reviews better. What would you like to see in my reviews? Things I can make this better for you. I want this to be entertaining for you guys and informative as well. Any links to stuff where you've gotten stuff, obtained stuff, anything, I would appreciate it. Negative stuff, tell me stuff, if I'm screwing up, maybe if some of my specs are wrong, or if I was misinformed by something I say, let me know, man. I'm not sensitive. I could take it, please. I just want to make a better video for you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. I know this video is a little on the longer side, 16 minutes for this review. Thank you for being patient. And if you like it, subscribe. Your input, I definitely appreciate it. So you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Just be safe out there. And thanks again. Dave Manic 1. Peace.